What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys a midweek video. So it's been a rough week, it's been a very red week to be honest. But in this video I'm going to look at a few trades I've made this week. I've actually only made 3 trades this week. I'm going to look at some stocks which had some interesting movement today and also after hours. We're going to look at some stocks which could be played in the next few days, maybe go into next week, also go into next month. So we're going to dive into all those different things today. Plenty for everyone to look at what's gone on before, what's going on right now, what could be going on in the future. But before we dive into that, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the red button for more videos just like this. Please guys, it's free. It literally does not cost you anything, and if anything, it actually helps you. So paying nothing for something which helps you, I'd definitely do that. Also make sure you guys like the video, drop those thumbs ups. We're doing well recently, so keep that going. Make sure we add some more comments. Let's pump up the comment section. If you want to comment 4 or 5 times just for the algorithm, please do so. It definitely helps. And lastly, let's share these videos, get them out to more people, help more people who want to learn about stock market, trading, investing, all that good stuff. Now let's dive into today's video. So let's start off by talking about a few different things that have happened this week. I'm going to start off by talking about the 3 stocks I've traded this week. I've only made 3 trades this week. That's literally it. And funny enough, it was actually 1 trade each day. Now in these markets, when it's red, when it's kind of a bit uncertain and there's all sorts of stuff going on, you really want to just protect your money, you know, especially if you're not an expert. I'm no expert, so in this kind of market, I want to protect my money. If I'm going in a trade, I automatically see it as risky in these kind of market periods, but I'm going in there cautious. So Monday, I traded Trade Desk, ticker symbol TTD. So it was an $80 call for October. Now in the past couple of days, Trade Desk has done its thing, and these contracts have more than tripled. So they've gone from around 58 cents per contract to over 155 per contract, which is amazing, especially in these kind of markets. Trade Desk was up almost 5% today, and this is where we love it because we've got until October. Now you guys can exercise your contracts, you can swing your contracts, you can cut some contracts and let the rest run. You can do so many different things when you're making trades which have long enough to expiry and are also up. So that was the first. Now yesterday, Tuesday, Lucid. Lucid was a stock I traded, and this was a great day trade. Now the good thing with Lucid was, Monday I had a decent day. Towards the end of the day, it started to move and you saw it taking off. Tuesday, it just went nuts, up 15% at one point during the day. It had a glorious day. Now we got into this one technically late because it was already around 8% up on the day, but we went with $27 calls. It expired this Friday, so that is risky. Before we knew it, it was in the money. This contract had doubled within a couple hours. This was brilliant. Now if you held it today to market open, you would have got, I think, upwards of 150% returns, might even be more than that. These are the kind of plays we like. Those are swings, overnight swings, but they bring us quick money. You take your profits at open and you leave the rest to run, or you take all your money and go somewhere else. And the third play of this week, aMIDWEEK, which I traded today, it was just, I think, an hour and a half before market close. I sent a call out for around 55 to 58 cents per contract with the $105 calls expiring this Friday. Now these actually dropped to around 47, 46, I think even 43 cents per contract. And that was a great time to get in because it's held nice support on the EMA 30, and within an hour and a half, these contracts were all around 83, 84 cents. So if you bought in the 40s and held it all the way to the 80s, you would have almost doubled your money. If you like me and you got in the 55s, got up to the 80s, well, you got at least some 50% returns. So that was also really nice. So we've had 3 days of trading. I've made 3 trades, only 3 trades, and all 3 have paid off. And that's not to say I'm some amazing trader or this or that. That's just to show you that there's still money to be made in these markets. No, this run probably won't continue, but I'm happy to have made some money. And again, call options in these markets are very tough to get some money on. So we did that and we did it well. Okay, so let's have a look at some stocks that I had on my watch list for this week, some stocks that had some interesting movement today, and some stocks that had some crazy movement after hours. So we're going to start off with Matterport, ticker symbol MTTR. The reason I'm starting off with this one is because it was in my last video. The very first stock to watch for this week was Matterport. So Monday, it dropped to $19 per share. So Matterport shares running from $19 on Monday all the way up to over $22 today, offered a 15% return, just the stock alone. If you decide to swing trade these shares, you would have got 15% return. If you traded options on these, well, depending on what strike prices you had, but plenty of home runs were there to be had. So that's why I'm highlighting that one as the first one, which I wanted to talk about. Because again, I gave it to you guys for free on this channel in the last video as a stock to watch for this week. Hopefully some of you guys took note. I know some people always take notes, so hopefully you guys were able to profit off that. Swinging trades, trading options, however you did it, buying shares, I'm happy you guys could profit off that one. Cryptos are also up today, very nicely. So Ethereum bounced back from that crazy drop down yesterday. Bitcoin bounced back from that crazy drop yesterday. ATER also had a nice bounce to it today. Mara and Riot, cryptocurrency mining companies, were up today. I saw Riot up around 5% just before close. this was great. So cryptos had a nice day as well. Let's have a look at a stock which went nuts today. ATER. Now we have traded this a couple times, and this will start with the $7.50 calls which expired last Friday actually. So ATER went up to like $18 after hours. It's been going nuts. Right now after hours is going nuts, which is interesting because this is one of those stocks that's being squeezed. And you know, different stocks that have been squeezed have their little cycles, but that was definitely an interesting one to see after hours. It'll be nice to see what it does tomorrow. It was up crazy today. I'm sure tomorrow it's gonna have a crazy day, whether up or down, who knows. There's money to be made there. Now speaking of money to be made and short squeezes, BlackBerry, ticker symbol BB, is up 11% after hours. Had a good day. I believe earnings was after hours, if I'm not mistaken. And that might be the reason that it spiked up. Now I don't know any of the news or what's surrounding it right now, but BlackBerry was actually called out in the Discord by somebody, and if you took advantage of that, then you probably made some very nice money, or you're going to make some very nice money once the market opens tomorrow. Now once again, we don't actually know if this is going to hold up, so it'll be pretty cool to see it hold up tomorrow and everyone starts making some money off that. And it will be nice to see if AMC could follow it. It probably won't because it's just AMC. AMC literally does what it wants. But it was nice to see AMC have a 3% gain today, back towards the $39, back up towards the $40 range soon enough. I would love to see this back in the 50s, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. As you guys probably know, I actually have 100 shares of AMC, so I'd love to see this go crazy one of these days. Don't have any call options on it right now, but definitely, keep my eyes out because I could get a call option expiring potentially next week. The last stock of today I want to look at is VIXI, which is an inverse leveraged ETF, ticker symbol VIXY. This actually had a horrible day today. It sold off just over 5%, which was terrible. Last few days it's been up. Since last week it's been up nicely. If you got $21, $22 calls for VIXI, you were definitely up nice. In fact, if you held on to them today or even yesterday, they sold off heavily. I know yesterday VIXY was slightly up, Monday it was up, and if you bought calls last week, you would have been up quite substantially. But Tuesday was down a little bit. Today it's sort of heavy. So hopefully if you are trading inverse leveraged ETFs, you are minding your trades, mind your money, because it is definitely important, especially with those inverse leveraged ETFs. So beware of that. Now let's look at a couple, maybe a few different potential plays going into next week and into October. First, I want to start with NVIDIA, ticker symbol MVDA. I'm looking at the $225 calls for end of September with this one. I like NVIDIA right now. The movement has been showing, the bullish momentum that we've been seeing recently is very positive. And of course, AMD is looking to follow on from that, so that's why we also got $105 calls for this Friday. Now you can also roll those out to next week if you see the bullish momentum continue, you see AMD break past 105, start making its way back to $108. Another stock I like is DraftKings, ticker symbol DKNG, for a swing trade, trading options on. I'm looking at the $60 calls for October with this one. DraftKings sold off heavily, I believe, Monday, and it started recovering, but it's not done yet. There's still a lot of space. I'm looking for maybe potential catalyst just to take this one to the next level, but DraftKings is one of those stocks that I'm keeping my eyes on for some calls going into October. And a couple more for you guys. Facebook has actually sold off pretty heavily over the past few days, but Facebook is one I'm also already invested in long term. Facebook is also one I do like making money off with the call options, because if you roll Facebook call options out, give yourself enough time to expire for around 30 to 45 days, you usually make money at some point. Facebook is not one of those stocks which just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. Once it finds support, and it usually does pretty quickly, it starts uptrending again. I got in Facebook when it was around the $150 mark, $160 mark, which was a couple years ago. But since then, obviously, it's been up a lot, and I've obviously doubled my money. But it'd be nice to get in some call options. Not really looking to buy any shares of Facebook at this point in time. And last but not least, we're going to go back to the one that we started with today, Matterport, ticker symbol MTTR. I'm looking at call options for this one because it has a resistance around $25. Once it breaks that, it can go around $28, the next resistance. And again, it's sitting around $22 right now. The dips on this one, the dips are going to be interesting to watch because Matterport seems to rebound quickly. And at this point in time, they've been mentioned on CNBC a couple of times. We've had different bits of positive news recently. So the next thing we want to do, can we break past $25, move to $28? Because if you can get that, you're looking at 30 to 40% returns with a swing trade, with a regular, buying and selling of shares. With the options, this could be vital, this could bring back a lot of home runs, so keep your eyes out for that. And actually, lastly, but not least, I'm going to throw in a bonus stock here, Lucid, ticker symbol LCID. Yes, I mentioned it earlier as one of the stocks I traded this week, whereas today I actually sold it heavily, I think around 7 to 8% of it, which was crazy. So Lucid put options definitely paid very well today for those you are in. But now, can we find support and start looking at the call options again? Remember, we like to nibble on those lucid dips. When it dips slightly, then we like it. If it sells off heavily like it did today, that's definitely some potential. Again, for those maybe 30-day call options, maybe if you want to go a little bit less, look at 21-day, 25-day, around that area. Shorter term, you've really got to be on job, you really got to be watching your trade because it could swing anyway very quickly. You could be up 20% and then down 65% within a blink of eyes. So maybe you want to give yourself enough time to expire if you are going to trade lucid. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, a nice little midweek update. 2 days left of the trading week. We're coming to the end of September, yes, it's going by quickly, and we've seen the red that we expected to see. I'm actually down on the week because of the stocks overall in my portfolio, which I've sold off pretty heavily. But the good thing is, which I'm happy and positive about, is that I'm still finding some gems in these markets. I'm still trading well. 3 trades made this week, 3 wins. I can't really complain. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure you guys check out the Stock Option Starter Pack. Links in the description below. There's that first link. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Again, subscribe, hit the red button for more videos just like this. And lastly but not least, come check out the Discord. Come join us in there. We're having fun. We're making money. We're learning. We're teaching each other. We're profiting off each other's ideas and knowledge and all that kind of stuff. So come and join the Discord. We make it through this together. That's it from me. I go into making. You go into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.